Bum, bum,
Your headphones are jack
Bum.
Wade.
oh.
One side doesn't play as loud as the other.
Well, this is my good ear, so I usually only hear things out of this ear anyway.
Right. That's why I gave you those fucking headphones. See? So, actually, they would work for me because I only wear one side anyway.
Well, you're weird.
Eventually, I might get one of those headsets with a mic that's right on it. But I really like this pod mic.
It's moving.
That's what she said.
No, that is not what she said.
Yeah, it is.
Bum, bum.
I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on.
You never do, honey. Na 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 na.
Hey man, I did my pre-show checklist today.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah, I did. Fuel in the generator. Check.
Good for you.
We're in admin mode. Check.
Oh, good, good, good. Okay.
We've done it. Sound check.
What?
I said sound check. Check. Good morning, Chair. And I did the mic volume check. You know why I did it? Well, no, I didn't do it, but let me do it real quick. But you know what? I'm confident. You know why I'm confident? I have slain the sound dragon. I have. Look at that. Look at that. Look at my microphone. Look. Full blast. Not turning down, see? I have conquered the Techo Dragon. That's right. I figured out Video Ninja had an auto gain adjustment that was on. Fucker. But I found you, bitch.
Ooh.
I got you.
Oh.
Turns out it wasn't a demon after all. It was just a switch.
Hey, Jeff. They say that Parrish is hugely growing, and because it's central to like people can work in Sarasota or Bradenton or St. Petersburg. It's a pretty good location.
Do you find that to be so?
Where's he going? You're leaving X?
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're sticking with the show anyway. Fuck X, man. Let us handle X. We'll take care of that shit for you. If there's anything important you need to know, like, I'll let you know. If the nukes are coming on your head and shit, you need to go for your nuclear bunker, I'll let you know. When it's time to grab your gun, you know. Unfortunately, my life is dominated by X right now, so... Which is fine, I don't mind. It's just like, kind of hoping the money thing's just going to take care of itself, right? That's all. So good morning. Hey, what's going on?
Hey!
It's Tim and Jen here on...
I gotta get my hair done.
It's morning again. Yes, we'll get your hair done. We actually had the logger contact us and say, if we pretty much wipe out 60 to 70% of the woods around us, we'll get about $6,000 to $8,000. And I'm like, $6,000 to $8,000 is $6,000 to $8,000? No $1,000. $6,000 to $8,000? No $1,000. I'm thinking to myself, we should get this place cut. So anyway, hopefully that'll just keep us afloat until we get to retirement age. And hopefully with the way this thing is going on, the Truth Slinger project is blowing up. our feature of extraordinary people.
It's doing really well.
It's doing really well. People are lining up to want to be interviewed. And Ricardo, our booker, Ricardo, has assisted us greatly and been getting people like state representatives and stuff to sign up to X, and they want to come on the show and get highlighted. So he is a busybody. Yeah. So he's been doing really, really good. So he looks like Ben Affleck too.
Yeah.
Don't you think he does?
He's really cute.
Yeah.
I know.
So
We said this yesterday.
Well, I'm trying to decide what I want to call him. Do I want to call him Ben?
No.
Do I want to call him?
Ben.
Do I want to call him Ben because I think he looks like Ben Affleck, or do I want to call him Frank because he's quite frank? And first time I ever met him, I'm like, Frank would be a good,
I like Ben.
Do you?
He's got those blue eyes.
Baby blues, great. So yeah, he's my bookie,
Yeah.
and so he's dragging him in 2 or 3 a day, and
That's
I'm on the
great.
phone. I'm on the phone or doing an interview pretty much most of the day, or preparing for one,
Or editing.
or wrapping up one in preparation for the next one, and I've been quite busy, and so I'm amazed because when we reversed the direction of the show and decided to say, hey, let's just highlight people. Like, let's interview just people, just anybody we can, people were really hungry to be interviewed. And people seem to be very, very interested, especially at the local level in Maine, to watch their neighbors be interviewed, their friends, their
Yeah.
community and stuff.
Yeah. Or people
So there's
like-
this crazy hunger for it.
It's awesome.
And and then I've got this, Frankie the bookie over here working his ass off, gratis, right, growing the show, and getting some major people on. And I mean, I'm talking to some people that, like yesterday, I talked to Mike Heath, who was the public face of an organization that represented evangelical, actually the Reformed evangelical movement, with the whole LGBT, gay, all that kind of stuff for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Until finally the pastors kind of flaked out on him and he got disillusioned and now he went away and he's now a Catholic. So a very interesting guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, people that have done like a lot of service, a lot of stuff. Like, I've talked to a lot of people that are recently politically active. But I've also, run across people that have been doing this their whole lives or, a good portion of their lives. And Mike's like one of those guys. And I'm also talking to the documentary. I'm talking to Hugo tonight. Is that right?
Yep.
And I'm talking to Mike at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
I don't know what he wants to talk to me about. He wants to just chat. And I'm like, cool with that because,
Because you never know what God has.
no, right?
planned.
You don't know what he has, what he has planned for you. And it just, I'm getting over my social anxiety. I'll tell you that stuff right now. I mean, it's just like I've been thrust into.
It's so good for you.
It is. It really, really is because I've been out in the woods for too long. And, I mean, it's great to get online and rant for 20 to 40 minutes about the world and politics and all that shit. And it's also great to get on somebody else's show and kind of get interviewed and stuff. But to tell you the truth, I'm just more digging doing my own thing.
Yeah.
It's more fun. I mean, if I could make this financially viable, screw TNT Radio. I'm not saying I would snub them, but I don't want to be dependent on other people, right? If I
Right.
get invited on a show, it's because they just really want to have me and enjoy having me hang out. Like I'm surprised the Boiler Room didn't call me back. I don't know what was going on with that,
Right.
but I was hoping to be back on there on a Friday night. They're probably or Thursday night. I think it's Thursday night.
Thursday
I guess.
night.
Which is why I made mine Friday, so it would compete with those guys. And then, and I went on TNT, and a couple of the hosts just didn't take a shine to me, I think.
on other people.
Jeez.
Yeah. Do
Told
that
you.
every morning, bombing me,
Low rent.
And then some of the others, I thought the chemistry was real good, but I haven't had a call back. But you know what? It's not necessarily not understandable because I could really be bugging Evie over there, the booker. I could be bugging her, and nicely enough, and I'm sure I could get booked on more shows, but I'm busy, and so it's like not where my focus has been.
Yep.
So, and besides, really, the reason I was courting TNT Radio is because I'm hoping for a regular paying gig.
Right.
I mean, I would like something that would be regular, and it's just why I'm testing this interview thing. They have to do they have to do 4 interviews or 4 hours a day. I think it's probably 4 hours. But I mean, God, that's not a terrible work
Well, that's
day.
true.
if you
I mean,
think
someone
about it.
else is probably doing the marketing and the editing.
Yeah, and
stuff
I mean,
like that.
if you're getting some regulars on, you're not constantly having to research people, so you get to know people. And once the initial thing is over, and so maybe you have to do some work post, outside, but a lot of all the production's taken care of for you and all that shit. You just show up and sit in front of the camera. So I don't know, but then again, having a boss and a taskmaster is not as good as being your own boss, right? So again, I would just prefer that this would be the vehicle that would take off, and then hey, if we get on other shows, yippee freaking skippy, right?
Yep.
So this is a morning show, by the way. You can see I am in my pajamas, and I hope that you're comfortable enough to be in your pajamas, and she's in flannel.
I'm in flannel.
cool.
I love
It's already
flannel.
cooling
Flannel's
off in
so
Maine. I know. I just finally
is the
buried
best.
the marijuana plants, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like going, no, it can't be fall yet. But they're still in like heavy veg growth. They're not even showing any signs of flowering at all yet. So they're going to grow probably another foot before they start to even think about flowering, I think.
That's good.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yep. So,
There's weed on the floor.
yeah, I am fishing for everyday Christians right now. And not only that, everyday people that are flirting with Christianity, that are moving toward the direction of Christianity. I've broadened my net quite a bit. I've broadened my horizons as far as, I was very black and white with people in their salvational status. But realistically speaking, it's not most people I don't think have a knockdown, blown away experience with Jesus. Like
Right.
you did not. You had more of a period of time where you don't know exactly the moment it happened.
Right.
Like for me, I know the moment it happened.
Right,
You remember? I mean, I wept for 4 hours. I almost fell off the pew. I mean, I was just crazy, man. When
Yeah.
Jesus showed up for me. But that doesn't happen for everybody like that. Some people is more of a over a period of time kind of thing. And so we all have different paths. And the only thing that I have is that the end path has to be Jesus, and the correct Jesus, not any old Jesus, right? Not Jesus.
Hey.
No, not the Jesus of the Mormons, not the Jesus of the Jehovah's Witnesses. No, not those Jesuses. Because if you know those Jesuses, unfortunately, you will die in your sin, and then there's going to be fire and all that shit. And that's you don't want that. You don't want that. Trust me. I know. I tell people, man. You ever have an itch right in the dead center of your back while you're laying in bed?
Yeah.
And you go, fuck, I don't want to get out of bed, man. I'm warm. I'm good. The covers are all on me. Everything's perfect. Right. And you go, I'm going to ignore it. Right. Now, just imagine like that if it was like all over your body and you couldn't do anything about it. And then it was about 1,000 degrees hotter than that.
Oh.
I mean, I can't, my point is, I can't take the smallest of discomforts. I can't. I mean,
Right.
like, just sit next to someone for a minute and start doing this.
Right.
How long can you do that to somebody? If you did that incessantly for eternity,
Yeah, right.
you would drive a person in fucking sane, right? So now make that fiery. Make that a fiery fingertip poking you all over the body like a cracked out meth abusive mom with like burning her kid with cigarettes,
Oh my
like that
God.
all over.
Okay.
All over. I mean, it's bad. It's going to be bad. I'm trying to tell you. Good morning, Denise. All right, I'll move on. I'll move on from the abusive talk. We don't want to upset Denise this morning. So anyway, let's move over to. Do we have anything? Wait, now I got to go back.
Yeah.
Oh, we got something.
What?
You have bookmarked some stuff?
course.
Did you? Of course. course.
Of course.
Please. All
I
right.
started it when I was laying in bed checking the phone at 5:30 in the morning. I started.
Did
I'm like,
you?
been working. Yes.
Did you?
Worked hard.
Did you?
Yep. No breakfast.
Oh, hey, I've uploaded a video.
You don't know what it is, do you? Enquirer.
I think it's the Enquirer. Yes, it's
Yeah.
the Enquirer. But I have a show to run. All
Oh.
right, let's go over here. The Enquirer will have to wait until after the show.
Okay.
He's just going to have to wait in a holding pattern.
Well, maybe he can watch the show.
All right, we have their bookmarks. Are we starting from the topest or the bottomest?
Top.
Oh,
What?
geez, I'm so unprofessional this morning.
I know.
Lord help me. All right, let's do this.
We're going to have
Let's just do
a
this.
documentary movie night on Friday night.
Yeah, we're actually going to be watching. It's going to be cool. I think Friday nights we're going to try and have a panel discussion.
Right.
And I'm hoping what I want to do is cross wire these main people.
Yeah.
So everybody I'm getting to know right now that are becoming my friends that all have these diverse perspectives. Basically, it's going to be like a spaces, but a visual spaces on a Friday night live stream.
Right.
And this week, we're going to have the creator of a really cool documentary, 30-minute documentary. And he is the president of EPAC.
Yep.
And so his name is Hugo, and he's going to join us. And so we're going to watch the movie, and then we're going to have a panel so we can ask the creator of the documentary, who's a very smart guy, lots of questions.
And let me just give you it's called Defining a Nation, how Marxist, and this is for an inquirer, how Marxist political warfare could redefine America in the next 12 months and the solutions we need to win.
Yeah, and that's very important because the people that have been rubbing against and the whole vibe or feel of this Truth Slinger project is really about activism. This podcast is not just to merely inform and entertain, which we know it does, right?
Oh,
But we want to change things.
right.
We want to
Make
be
things
salt
better?
and light, right? And we know that light bleaches out fabrics, right? Light kills mold. It kills disease,
Yes.
right? Salt purifies. Salt preserves. We need to be salt and light to the world. And that's what we aim to do here at the Truth Slinger Project. So I will tell you, please like, share, subscribe, like and bookmark, like and bookmark, like and bookmark. Very important. That's you want to get the subscriptions turned on if you're over on YouTube. If you're on Rumble watching, say hi sometime because I barely ever check over there to see if anybody's chatting because nobody ever chats over there. So let's look over there. And of course, there's nobody chatting and there's nobody watching on Rumble this morning. So great.
Yeah.
But at least we checked in. So, and yeah, so cool. Very good. And don't forget,
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
very good. All right. So what do you got for us this morning, my love?
Well, we're gonna
Hmm?
The WHO, breaking news was yesterday, the WHO has declared monkeypox now a worldwide emergency.
Now, to be fair, they didn't say monkeypox.
They said
Pox.
pox.
Pox. Pox.
Is that people of color?
Mpox is what they
M
called
people
it.
of color.
Mpox. MR people color. MR not people color. OSAR. CM. Wait. No, it doesn't work, does it? No. Okay. You've heard that one, right? M are ducks. MR not ducks. OSAR. CM wings. OIB. MR ducks.
MR ducks.
MR ducks. And then you write it down on a piece of paper, and then you get people to read it off the piece of paper, and they go, Mr. Ducks, Mr. Not Ducks, OSAR, CM Wings, Lib, Lib, M. Mr. Ducks. That's what they do. They read it and they go, "Now give me that piece of paper." Amber Ducks. Amber Nut Ducks. What was they here? CM Wings. Well, I bet you more ducks. It's a funny fucking joke. All right?
Okay.
If you don't appreciate it, the hell with you. This is my show. All right, let's watch El Donaldo speak to us. Speak, O leader, O fearless leader.
The left-wing lunatics are trying very hard to bring back COVID lockdowns and mandates with all of their sudden fear-mongering
Yep,
about
get in
the
front
new
of it.
variants that are coming. Gee whiz, you know what else is coming? An election. They want to restart the COVID hysteria so they can justify more lockdowns, more censorship, more illegal drop boxes, more mail-in ballots, and trillions of dollars in payoffs to their political allies heading into the 2024 election. Does that sound familiar? These are bad people. These are sick people we're dealing with. But to every COVID tyrant who wants to take away our freedom, hear these words: we will not comply. So don't even think about it. We will not shut down our schools. We will not accept your lockdowns.
Nope.
We will not abide by your mask mandates.
Nope.
And we will not tolerate your vaccine mandates.
I love it.
They rigged the 2020 election, and now they're trying to do the same thing all over again by rigging the most important election.
He's different. He's got a press conference this afternoon. Yesterday, news came out that he's looking at firing his two campaign managers.
Yes.
And his speech last night in North Carolina was much bigger, more Trump, louder, more energetic, more.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, and you see it here. We will not comply. Okay, I mean, the language he's using is much better.
Pretty revolutionary, really.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
In the history of our country, the 2024 election.
Morning, Colton.
Even if it means trying to bring back COVID,
Morning, Prin.
but they will fail because we will not let it happen.
We will not.
When I'm back in the White House, I will use every available authority to cut federal funding to any school, college, airline, or public transportation system that imposes a mask mandate or a vaccine mandate. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I do. You can tell. And you know what?
Oh, Prin.
I like the fact that he's out ahead of it.
Right.
And you know what? Okay, you know right now that they've been saying that this whole idea that COVID was brought out to interfere with an election is a conspiracy theory. That's what they're going to do. They're going to say it.
Right.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm sorry. You're not going to shame us anymore by that conspiracy theory label. You can take your conspiracy theory because conspiracies are fucking real. They've made it as a conspiracy theory that those two words are naturally married together. It's actually, there's no space between them.
Right.
It's called conspiracy theory because there's no such thing as a conspiracy ever.
Right.
You know, there's like, wait a minute. You're saying no such thing? There's nobody ever conspires to do anything? Well, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
We know people conspire to do shit all the time.
Right.
You just work in a fucking office full of women. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you understand
Yes.
conspiracy, right? Right? True?
Yeah.
True?
Yep.
True. And men too. Men are cutthroat, especially in politics, right?
Gay men.
To make it sound like, oh, it's ridiculous. They make this I love it when they like the FBI goes out there, the hard-working men and women of the FBI, the rank and file who risk their lives every day, and blah, 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 blah. We ain't talking about them, you motherfucker. Why are you even saying shit like that?
Right.
We're talking about sleazy-ass you and sleazy-ass people in Washington on the fucking 7th floor or the 12th floor. I can't remember which one it is.
Right.
The floor that should be turned into a roller rink. Okay, man, I'm telling you, man, these people are right, and I think that it's working. Right, this everything's working, man. We're finally figured out that this is about information warfare.
Yep.
Agreed.
Agreed.
And I think that as we've figured that out, okay, we've gotten smarter and our messaging's getting better. I think the campaign's messaging is getting better for sure. And then, the advent of a bunch of podcasts like ours, right, they're coming to speak the truth and coming to essentially replace we're the next round, okay? The Steven Crowder's been around for a while. The Daily Wire's been around for a while. They're multimillionaires. They can afford to buy a fucking sports car and then give it away on a thing, man.
Right.
They dump millions of dollars into promoting Ben Shapiro. These people have become the next legacy media. They're stepping into Fox News's shoes.
Right.
With all their sponsorships, they automatically invite external control over their platform, right? And which is, it's hard, but that's why I want to continue to run this thing on a donation basis and a tithing basis, as much as possible, because, as soon as I sell out to the knife place, okay,
Right.
they might make the greatest knives, I might believe in it, all this kind of stuff, and all of a sudden one day the guy goes, you made that comment the other day about Israel. I don't like it too fucking much.
Right.
And it's like, well, I don't care. I mean, like yesterday I was talking to Roland, I told him, I said, I want to talk about the Jews. And he goes, I don't want to lose my job. So I'm like, I get it. I understand that, and it's terrible that we live in a world. We live in a world where you cannot express yourself in a mild, calm, and peaceful way, right? But yet the other side, the left, can burn down buildings and scream and holler at people. Well, what news did we awake to this morning? Do you have it in the bookmark feed about the? Oh, okay, all right. Well, then I won't get ahead of it then.
Okay, good. Let's move on.
Yeah. Let's move on. So, okay, new Germany's ex-spy chief Augustin Henning says there were agreements between Zelensky and Duda to carry out the attack on the Nord Stream pipeline. What a shocker.
I know, but it's official now that Zelensky, did that.
So basically we're saying that preempted the invasion.
Why didn't they arrest him? Germany should have him arrested for that. They won't.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Okay, play that.
All right, so what is this?
It's a ad. I think it's a dilly. Yeah, dilly.
I like that.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. Just never quit. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself. You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams no matter what the cynics and the doubters have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts and to express the love that stirs your souls. As long as America remains true to its values, loyal to its citizens, and devoted to its creator, then our best days are yet to come.
Wow. Wow, that was a beautiful ad.
Dilly meme team. Scroll back up so you can see the ad. The ad name. Okay. These guys it's a team of people who are making these videos, these ads for Trump for free just because they love him. And they're so talented. Really, really, really talented.
Yeah, let me tell you something. In preparation, and I don't know when Colton came online and a couple of the others that hey, Northern Dissenter. Hey, I like seeing names that I've never seen before. This Truth Slinger project is growing like crazy, and I want to. This is just such a good, this ad right here. Okay. I don't understand where this thing is right now. Okay, I'm starting to become overwhelmed by it. And I mean, when we set out in the beginning, okay. I got the whole merch shop set up already. I got all the graphics done. We did all the social media for the most part. And, we created a media company, Uncivilized, media productions. And I envisioned it becoming something, right? And so I said, well, it's going to become something, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so I got to have all this shit ready because it's going to happen. This is going to happen. And Matisse said, build it, they will come kind of idea, yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. But it takes a spine of steel to do something like that because there are lots of times it feels like you're just pushing a rope. It doesn't make sense. It's not making money. I would be ashamed if your parents knew what I spent today doing because I frittered it away online, and it's like they would disapprove or other people might disapprove and, And this just taps so much into that. And what's amazing right now is that there's a whole bunch of people, and almost everybody that's come to me, right, has got something going on.
Right.
Every one of them's got a website. They're making documentaries. Right, they're doing this. They're except for just a couple of people like I talked to last night. I talked to Jamie, and I said, "So how are you involved in this year's election in politics this year?" Well, I'm really not. And I'm like, I didn't mess with her, but after I thought about that, and I got off the interview, and I've just been meditating about that, thinking it's like, well, how can I, and she's excited, she really liked the interview and stuff, and it's like, well, be part of the Truth Slinger project, right? Is a way to actually become active, getting involved in this thing in a number of ways, right? And being on a panel. Sharing this with all your friends, come and be in a bigger part of the community and mixing it up with all of us. All of those ways are ways to become active because we're really doing something here. We're moving in a direction, and I really feel it. And I'm just real grateful. I'm very grateful today, and I don't know what tomorrow holds. I got a fucking car in the shop. They're working on it. I told them, go ahead. It's going to be $1,500. I got no idea how to pay for it. I got somebody commanding my schedule that I don't pay, but I opened myself up and said, go ahead, fill it up. And I'm working all day long. And in between, I'm trying to squeeze in a little work around here to get out of here. And now I'm not even sure I want to leave.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm guys, we're not sure we want to go to Florida. Yeah. Okay? I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, me too.
And
the only way we can move down there, the only way we can do it financially is to move into one of these 55-plus communities and get like a manufactured home. And that would involve living really close to other people, which we haven't done.
That might be highly fucking dangerous. I mean, seriously, it might look good for me to be riding around in a golf cart and, with, talking to Bob and Betty and all that shit down there. Or it might go terribly, terribly bad. Now, I think that I've gotten a lot better at dealing with people that aren't exactly, in my, I've grown, especially since this phase of the Truth Slinger project, where I'm talking to people that I don't necessarily 100% agree with, which is pretty much everyone.
Right.
If you really drill down on it. None of us agree on everything.
Right.
And then the question is, how much do we have to have in common to have a discussion? Right.
Right.
And I think at minimum, you need to say, all right, the Constitution probably would be a good place to start. But anyway, that's why we're in the big trouble that we're in. But I think we're in sort of we're on the, and like Jeff keeps talking about the age of Aquarius, I think we are on the edge of this thing of a new age of post-psychotic ranting. Okay? Now, I mean, we're not the ones to invent long-form content and long-form discussions. Joe Rogan did that, and Adam Carolla did that a long time ago, right? Nobody will ever take that away from them. But I think there's a new hunger for just going, man, I got to make some sense out of this shit, and we can't be siloed into because that's their plan. Their plan is to have us screaming at each other from two separate silos.
Right.
When the only solution and only way out of this is to reinforce our common humanity, what connects us all, right? We all have to eat. We all have to sleep. We all have to, go to the bathroom someplace and not die of disease. We all have to, let's start focusing some of these basics on how to get that done. Nobody wants to see the kind of crap that like I was talking about this thing. I want to talk to this guy, David Patrick, and he's black. And it's like, it's so funny. You were talking about it with me this morning and you're like, no, it's going to be okay if you tell him like I'm starving to talk to a black person, right? He's going to be okay with it. I'm like, yeah, he is fine. And I think he's dying to have the conversation too, because it's like so many things are just taboo. I'm tired of not being able to say certain words. I'm tired of not being able to express the fact that, of course, I think that black people get a raw deal, okay, a lot of times. Of course they fucking do.
Right.
But, it's like you're not going to solve it by screaming at me. You're just going to want to make me go, fuck you, I don't have white privilege. Fuck you.
Right.
Okay, but you know what? Maybe I kind of do, because if I really drill down on it, I said something that kind of shocked you, and you said, are you going to say that to him? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to say that to him. I'm glad I was not born black. I wouldn't want to have been born black. Now,
in this country,
in this country,
era,
in this country, because I know that your cousins were pulled over in the white Florida, in the wrong neighborhood, and what's a couple of boys like you doing in a place like this? It exists, right? Not until not too many years ago, and it's and so yeah, you're crazy to say it doesn't exist. But to make it the sole focus of everything, okay, is only going to exacerbate the situation. And I think Morgan Freeman said, how are we going to get over racism? Stop fucking talking about it.
That's true.
Stop fucking talking about it.
Right.
I mean, one day you should go, well, what's with the black guy over there? It's like, and then you go, what about him? And then you start talking about that, and the people would look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like you're crazy. Like, we don't talk about that ever.
Right.
Because it's not an issue. It's like, nice guy, not nice guy. Thief, not thief. Okay? Stuff like that. And that's where I think we need to get back to, right? So, anyway, I am all over the place this morning. I'm just kind of flowing, right?
Is that what you call this?
Well, it is. And this whole thing, in interacting with the chat, I mean, Northern Dissenter said, right, don't see color. And that's the way we were raised. I don't know how old you are, right?
Yep, Gen X.
But yeah, I mean, we grew up, and I understood, and even though Martin Luther King was not a saint either, he had his flaws and problems, but he said, that he aspires to live in a country where you're judged by the content of your character rather than the color of your skin. Amen. That's what I grew up learning at Boulevard Elementary School, right?
Right.
That's what the whole thing, and in Cleveland, where we had Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, right? MLK, and now every MLK Drive in America, in every city, is like a fucking hood. It's like you don't want to drive down it or park like on the road because your car will be up on blocks and all the wheels will be gone in 5 minutes.
Right. Right.
So, but now they made it about you have to be anti-racist, so you have to focus on that race,
right,
to be really against being that way. And so I think again, and I wanted to write a book about this. I think that we're post-denominationalism in Christianity. I think this whole thing about you're a Methodist and you're a this and you're a that, I don't think everybody agrees 100% mostly with anything that their church teaches, especially the general lay person. And I mean, these people are going to heaven just as much as everybody else, the ones that read all the books like me, And so I think that we're also in a post number of different things. And I think one of those things is post two-party system. We're on the edge of it. post screaming at each other and not solving anything. That's for fucking sure.
Right.
And I think that is the vacuum that has been created that this show exists in. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this is going to be a real thing, and then I think this main focus is also going to be totally rad. Mm-hmm. I think that it's a big deal because I was shocked that Unquirer said how much engagement he had.
Yeah.
With such few followers, such few people, because these are neighbors of each other now. I mean,
Right.
you're just over here and you're over there, and we know each other, and blah 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 blah. And we're talking,
Yep.
right? And that this tool, this X tool, there are different ways to use it. And we've been using it
Right.
very much on a national focus.
Right. Mm-hmm. And
And he brought this local thing in, and I think it's just fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
which is another reason because I've like literally had some guy nearly beg me not to leave the state.
yeah.
Okay, because we need people like you
Yeah.
in this state, and because of what we're doing here. So
So we don't know if we're moving.
we don't know.
We can't right now, so it's not an issue right
Yeah,
at
so
the
I'm kind
moment.
of might log the land, might figure out how to get a little firewood over here from it. Thinking about getting the chainsaw out. I mean, I sold the welder. Like right now, that's the only piece of equipment I'm down that I got to replace. Like if the tractor breaks, I sold the canoe. Fuck it, we can always get another canoe, right?
Yep.
That's not. We didn't. I think we went in it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know.
It was fun.
Yeah, so, you know, but that's another reason we want to go to a retirement community where there's like a fishing pond that's stocked and all this shit and the community room and the place where I can plant a church. You know, they got a nice conference room, man, for a Bible study. Holy shit. And they got an auditorium for a church service. We line all them tables up, man. We'll be having church. So I don't know, right? Torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool. I don't know. What's fair warning? We'll get that damn duct tape. They're gonna come. They're gonna fucking kidnap us and keep us. I don't know. Well, I tell you what, man. You know, there's no better way to throw some handcuffs on me than start sending some love, boy, man. Send me. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money.
Ow. All right. Oh, okay.
No, I'm not a sellout.
Colton.
I will go anywhere despite what my financial situation is.
Well,
Is serving God, right? All
Yeah.
in service of the Lord. All right, let's move on.
all right. What else we got?
Tim Pool says, what is this? Kamala Harris to call a federal ban on price gouging in Friday's speech.
Because
Oh,
they
my
figured
goodness.
out why our groceries are so expensive. Did
That's
you hear
right.
this?
It's not inflation, boys and girls.
No, we know. We know what the problem is now.
Yes. Good morning, bud. Yes, no, it's not. It's not this nasty inflation. No. It's those evil corporations and businesses, right? Like the mom
Price
and pop
gouging.
grocery stores. You know what they're going to end up doing? They're going to motherfucking end up killing off the rest of the mom and pop grocery stores.
Right.
That's what this is going to do. And what places like Amazon that deliver groceries and all this fucking bullshit, right, are just going to grow more and more powerful. It's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to hurt the little guy.
Right.
And then it's this whole idea that, it's these people, it's that victim mentality. Those fuckers are trying to get you. It's not our fault. It's not the government's fault that the economy fucking sucks. Okay? And the gasoline, it costs us twice as much to bring this show to people. And it fucking, how far did our food stamps go? Yes, I'm on public assistance. They're giving, I'm taking. Okay? So, yeah, I mean,
Our
that's,
groceries went up $200 in a month. From last month to this month, it was $200 more. I had to cut out $200 worth of stuff.
oh,
for
it's
the month.
terrible. You know, and here's the other damn thing. You know, Florida's a red state. That's true. And Maine is getting so fucked up with Janet Mills and Paul
I know, but
Mills
we
and all
gotta
these
get
people,
rid of her.
Yeah, that's the
mean-
thing. I mean, you know, maybe I don't know. I don't know.
My thing is, I love snow.
Yeah,
I love snow.
yeah. I
it's
know you like
beautiful.
looking at it in a snow globe.
Yes.
Okay. I'm the one who has to shovel the shit. I'm the one that has to get us in and out of here.
Yeah.
I'm the one who gets stuck on the fucking road when it slides off the side of the thing and all of that stuff. Right? And I'm the one that's got to sweep the floor because all the mud that comes in here. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'll lock you outside tonight. All right. So yes, it's fucking communism. like literally, Tim Pool. Yes. And I've been saying this, okay, that these are fucking commies. I've been saying this. I mean, I could go back, right? But I don't have the time to go back. I could be like these other guys that go, I called it a year and a half ago. I did. I said all this shit was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, we knew it. Because, you know, I came from parents that, you know, the whole Hungarian Revolution of 56 with the Russians and shit. I know how this ends, man. People hanging, swinging in trees.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
We're under an authoritarian government. I mean, it walks like a duck. It talks like a duck. It quacks like a duck.
Right.
It's got feathers like a duck. It's a fucking duck. Okay. And we're living under a communist authority. But you know what? It's like, it is. That's what it is. It's what it is. I mean, shit. They all, if you look at all this democratic socialist shit, that's just like, it's just calling it something different. They manipulate words. Read the policy under what's under
Right.
democratic socialism. It's fucking communism.
Right.
That's all it is. So, all right.
Okay, so this guy Greg, okay,
Greg?
he's got like 2 million followers, I think. He's just this weird guy, and he like posts weird things, you know, like thoughtful, kind of like what? Okay.
Things, kind of things.
Yeah.
Things that make you go,
So, do you know the answer to that question?
this is a 60,000 gallon water tank. The Boeing 747 holds 63,000 gallons of fuel. More than that tank?
Yep.
More than that tank.
Yep.
Okay.
So how?
Well, easy.
Okay.
I solved the puzzle.
Oh, did you?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's most of it is in the wings, but I think that we have to, and the wings are fucking huge on a Boeing 747. First of all, if you've ever stood beside one, probably most of us haven't. Okay, and I think if you did, you'd realize how fucking enormous those wings are. It's a big goddamn plane. First of all. Second of all, look at the pickup truck that is behind it. If you wouldn't have that there for scale, if you wouldn't have that thing for scale,
It would look much bigger.
right?
Okay.
You would think
You're so
that
smart.
people were about the size of that little hand right there.
Yeah.
You would. You'd be like, wow, you know, but look at the scale on the ladder, right?
Wow.
It's not, there's only like,
like 8 or
15,
10 feet.
18 rungs, right? So this is not a large tank as you think
Okay.
it is.
All right.
That's really what it is.
You're so
And
smart, honey.
the tank is closer to us than that truck. So if you really scaled up that truck and saw it and parked it in front, it'd be even bigger. And you'd see the tank as being smaller. What do you think of my explanation?
Outstanding. Because I have the explanation, which is it's primarily the wing and the wings wingspan. 220 feet can hold 63,000 gallons of fuel.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, it is.
That's
I never would
that's
have
crazy.
thought.
No, and considering
use it for
fuel,
balance, too.
fuels, I think about 80%. I think aviation fuel is probably around 80% of the specific gravity weight of water, and water is 8 pounds per gallon, and so you're thinking about 6 pounds per gallon, and so whatever 6 times, what the hell is it? I don't do math well in the morning. Okay, 6 times 63,000
Yep.
gallons.
Yep.
That's 378,000 pounds. Right. So think about that. Holy shit.
It says that the design utilizes the wings as fuel tanks to maintain balance and efficiency.
Yeah, but I mean, think about that. It's 189,000 pounds. Okay, which is divided by 2,000 equals 94.5 tons of fuel per wing.
Per wing. Oh, wow.
Per wing. Now, for all you Q people out there, or let's just go with the 911, forget the Q, just the 911 truthers, or whatever the hell you want to call them. The planes that flew into the Twin Towers, okay, if they really were, let's just say, okay, God damn, that's a lot of fucking fuel.
Yeah.
That is a lot of fucking fuel. I mean, when you figure the weight of it, that's when I realize how many thousands of gallons we're talking about. 94 and a half fucking tons of fuel. Those planes went right into the whole fucking building because the building was very wide.
Right.
They disappeared right into the building.
Right.
So as soon as that happened, those wings must have been obliterated. All right? So that fuel would have splashed in there into that fucking building and saturated everything as the entire infrastructure of the plane, starting with the nose, would have gone in there and just plowed out everything. All the fucking shit, all the metal beams that separate the offices and all that little shit, which would have cleared the way for air, and then everything's hosed down in fuel.
Wow.
94 and a half tons of it, or let's just say 2/3 of that, 60 fucking tons of fuel per wing. So that's 120 tons of fuel inside the building.
Wow.
So that motherfucker's raging and burning,
Wow.
okay? And people go, well, how could that thing have come down the way it came down? Right? Well, I'll tell you how. You remember how the fucking crane that we showed falling over because it was a fire on top of a building and the goddamn crane fell over?
Right.
Steel gets soft when it gets hot, people.
Yeah.
It gets hot enough. That's how they forge it, people.
Gets bendy.
Yeah.
We need to do a deep dive. Colton said, "Don't get me started on 9/11." So
Well,
we need to talk.
Let's
to
have a
someone.
show. I need to come on my show, Colton.
Yeah, talk
Like,
about.
we'll
it, 'cause
we'll
we
talk
don't know-
about that for a whole hour,
We
and you
don't-
can inform me, okay, and talk to me because I don't know that much. I just know I don't trust the official story
Right.
for the most part.
Right, but I don't even know what the other.
I don't know much about
Stories
Saudi
are.
involvement and all that other kind of crap, man. That's what I
Pentagon,
love.
they
That's
say
what I
nothing
love
hit the
about the people. That each of these people out there, these extraordinary people, they have become fascinated with one or two things, and they get really down on something, and they really get knowledgeable about it, and they really know a whole lot. And I just go, wow, man, I don't know nearly that much about. I mean, I'm kind of know a lot about a lot of things, and so that's what makes me sort of able to hang in these conversations, right? Is because I can kind of, but I'm also not afraid to go. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Educate me. I don't know,
Right.
and I love it because
Right on.
I am getting an education, right?
Yeah.
So the way I see it is these buildings. The way I see it is that literally the damn shit
wow.
got so hot, and what happened was, and there was a lot of smoke, and the thing was shrouded, and I remember seeing the top of the building collapse, and I don't remember how many floors it was, but about 10, 12, 15 floors. If all of a sudden these beams just do one of these numbers, like a walk straight down, all the main supporting beams, they all get soft because they're all fucking weak. Absolutely, that son of a bitch could have come straight down. Then what you have is you have 10 stories of concrete and steel as a fucking jackhammer that is now dropped 15 feet, okay, because there's drop ceilings. So there's 12 feet per story. So 12 feet, you're talking about a shit ton of momentum. And I could see that thing going all the way down to the bottom. So I don't have a problem with that. Building 7, I have a problem with. I believe that
Well,
there
and then
are.
there's stuff about the Pentagon too. That
Yeah, and the
isn't-
Pentagon, whether there was actually a plane there, I don't know. So anyway, that was a.
We will do a deep dive on that.
We will, yeah.
Maybe we'll have a panel on that to get different people's takes on it. 'Cause
Yeah. Oh
I'd like to
man,
explore
thermite.
it.
I know thermite, man. Yeah, thermite will eat through a fucking car. I know. I've seen it burn. Because all this stuff is there. The oxygen's already there. The oxidizers are already there, and so it's a very,
yeah.
very hot chemical reaction.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Everyone has an opinion.
I don't know, but
We need
here's
to
what I know.
We should explore.
The government probably used it to go do all the shenanigans that came after,
well, yeah, the
right?
Patriot Act.
So then the question becomes, well, all right. At some point, it's fishy. It stinks. I don't know. We'll ever know exactly for sure. But all right, what's next? The Enquirer said in Sanford, Maine, city councilese rejected the Gadsden flag, saying it doesn't represent Mainers' oppression, having their voices suppressed. We disagree. By flooding us with immigrants and diluting our voting power is treasonous and oppression. The Soul.
Where'd it go?
The Seoul City Councilor of Maine, who presented the Gadsden flag to be flown through, though rejected, will be on Maine's podcast, Truthslinger X to Speak. Oh, wow. Check that shit out.
Yeah.
Look what. I guess I'm interviewing this person here.
Yep.
Nice. So he is going and finding people, people that are in politics on these councils and the state senate and stuff,
Yep.
and he's getting them on X. He's getting them to come on, and he's going to make me like Maine's podcast, which I'm all about that shit. This is really, really cool. I mean, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Liking
It's
the direction.
awesome.
Yep. So thank you, Unquire, for everything you do. Shout out to him. Make sure you are following him. He is my booker, right? Frankie the bookie. Just get a hold of Frankie. Hey, Frankie.
Okay.
The Unquirer, at Unquirer. All right, what's this? What do we
Wait.
got here? Wait. Philip Melanchthon Wegman says, news.
Oh, no. Never mind that one. Okay, move on.
All right. We already talked about price gouging. Oh, my God.
I know. It's a little.
I thought this was well curated.
I didn't
Basically,
say that.
we're just going up to people and we're encouraging them to do the max. Yeah. If you can hit your max, we'll give you $1,000. Yeah. Oh shit! $1,000, bro.
Yeah.
If you hit your max, bro, and then
Big on it.
yeah. If we're there, bro, like
Yeah, we got you. We'll be here spotting you the whole time.
Spot you, bro.
$1,000 on the line.
Get it! Up! Come on! Up!
Oh, that sucks. Go kill him.
Yep. Where'd they go?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You're not getting that $1,000.
Oh!
It's a break! Basically, we're just going up to people and we're encouraging them.
Well, I think that probably they might think about doing that twice again. Do you remember the
Yeah.
fucking idiots that were going around with water in a red gasoline can?
Yeah, and
And
pouring
they
it on
find
people's
somebody
cars
sitting in their car
in a parking lot.
in a parking lot, like in
Right.
Walmart or Target or some shit, and then they run up and he pours the gasoline all over their fucking hood and their windshield, and then pulls out a Zippo.
But it's not.
How
it's
long is it going to
water.
be before you think somebody's going to shoot them?
There's a guy
They
in
stopped doing
England.
it, didn't they? Stop doing it.
Well,
Well, what about the
he might be
guy
doing
that
something
walked
different.
because they don't have guns over there and they have different laws? He would just walk into people's living rooms and sit down.
sit down with them, sit on the couch, and people are like, "What?
Oh no, you don't.
Oh no!"
I'd like to see somebody walk in here right now and sit down on that. Right there, just sit down. And see how long that will last. I don't think they get that far.
No.
Nope. I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. So the main wire, we're going to be having soon. We're getting all our technical glitches worked out. I got my volume nailed now.
We're gonna have
I found the volume demon. I told you about that this morning. So
Yeah.
that's the only technical hurdle I've had. I got rid of that stupid green bars and the green screen.
Right.
I'm figuring out, man. I took a deep dive on this Video Ninja, and the only thing I don't quite sure how to do is to add multiple people back into OBS. I mean, I know how to do it, but I need to get some people on to practice. But aside from that, man, I'm ready to bring Big Steve on, and I'm literally excited, man. Yeah, hey, the Inquirer's in the house, buddy.
Yep.
What's up? Hey, Frankie, keep booking him, baby. All right.
So the thing with Republicans for Harris in Maine is that it was part of a national trend, and it was supposed to look like it was spontaneous. It was supposed to look like a grassroots movement of Republicans that just all come together and decided, you know what, this Kamala girl, we think that she's going to be she's right. We might have had some skepticism about Joe Biden, but we're sick of Trump, and we're with Kamala now. But all of them announced in the same week in swing states. It was the very strange thing. In Maine, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, you saw these groups of Republicans all come out in the very same week and say, we're Republicans for Harris. And if you looked at the three people that they put forward last week as the faces of Republicans for Harris in Maine, one of them was Tony Payne, who apparently was the chairman of the Republican Party some time ago. I mean, I've been following Maine politics for at least 15 or 20 years. I had no idea who the hell the guy was. I actually had to ask around to figure out. I guess he's a lobbyist who might have been a Republican at one time. But if you look him up in the voter database, he's unaffiliated, so he's not a Republican. So there's one inaccuracy. And then the second person was Peter Mills, who is the brother of Democratic Governor Janet Mills, who is himself a registered Democrat, longtime government employee at the Maine Turnpike Authority. He was a Republican state lawmaker, and I'll have to admit, intern for his gubernatorial campaign at one point. But, not exactly your quintessential Republican when you think of a group deciding to come out and speak on behalf of Republicans. And then the third person was Senator Roger Cates, who's really only known in this state for being a Republican who criticizes other Republicans, especially Governor
Anna
LaPage.
Navarro.
So they had
testicles.
this effort to try to make it look like there was a groundswell of Republicans coming out in favor of the Harris-Walz campaign, when in reality it was three people, most of whom were not even Republicans, who put their names on a press release. And the Maine Wire last week obtained an audio recording of Peter Mills on a phone call admitting that the entire thing was organized by Amy Cookson, who is a Democratic political operative who works for the Harris-Walz campaign.
Okay. Now, guess what, boys and girls, all you people in the room, right? My friend, okay, is the one. Huh? What?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Steve-O's getting this information from somewhere, right? And there's somebody in the room that gave it to him and did that phone call, okay? Who fed him that lead, right? And I'm proud to be affiliated to have that person in my circle. And if they choose to stand up and say they were the ones, that's fine. I'm going to leave it to them. But I'll tell you something, man. This is something we can all do, right? And I'll tell you, I'm pretty comfy. I'm pretty comfy on the phone. Yeah. And my wife used to be a private investigator and do this shit. She says it was a little uncomfy, but now at her age, she's going to do it good now.
Yep.
Okay? Because once you get to be about our age, man. Yeah, man, you get 55 years behind you, you're not so fucking scared of people no more.
No.
You realize you realize you were 33 and didn't know very much, and you're talking to a 33-year-old on the phone right now. Right. You can take advantage of that, right? Right. Anyway,
and in Maine, you can record a conversation if only one party knows.
Yes.
So each state's different. So you gotta check.
Yep. So this is big, and these are things that this is what I'm trying to stimulate people to think about. How is it? Okay, and I'll tell you that my buddy over here on Inquirer he says it's incredibly easy to call liberal organizations and just pretend to be somebody or pretend to have an ideological bent, and then just shut up.
Right.
Because these people, we talked about it, they love to brag. They're totally narcissists.
Right.
And they love to just tell you all the shit they're doing and then laugh about it and go,
right.
Right? So he says, it's easier to do than you think it is. And so, yeah, man, I encourage people to do things because this is the kind of way we're all going to take and do. This is serious citizen journalism. And now that you guys have a platform like this, especially in Maine, where you got no damned excuses anymore, I'll put you on. You want to talk about something? We can talk about it.
Right.
You just go dig this stuff up. You bring it. We'll show it. Right? All right, so Unusual Whale says, breaking. Wait, I'm on the wrong screen.
What? Oh!
That's right. Breaking. Subway has called for an emergency meeting with franchisees on sales plummet. Per New York Post?
Yep.
Oh, so that's a serious story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I haven't bought a Subway sandwich in I don't know how long. And I kind of liked it, man. I was like really into them for a while. Mm-hmm. I was really into
spicy
Italians. I like them. I like BMT. And then when I got bored, I started toasting them. Mix it up a little bit. But I like the same. I don't know about you guys out there. I'm kind of weird. But we're like this. We can eat the same damn thing for months on end until one day we go, I'm done with that, for a year.
I had a really weird obsession with key lime yogurt.
Yeah, I remember that. You eat them
like I ate 4 a day, but nothing else.
Yeah, very weird. So yeah, it might be too much information about us, but it's better than the other kind of information we share. This TMI.
Yeah.
So I can eat the same thing for a long time, but then they had the Jared thing. They had he was a pedo, right? He got caught with all that child porn. Remember that?
Who? Oh, Jared. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jared.
Colton says he hasn't bought a Subway sub since Jared got busted.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. So then I kind of started
mean,
to cool, but then we came up
bad.
here, right? Okay, and I still kind of like them, and they take food stamps, and sometimes we're lazy, and there's very limited places out here. Like, look, we're in Dexter, near Dexter. Dexter's not a very big town.
Right.
There's a Subway that was inside the Toots. Is it Toots? Toots. That's owned by. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. They were all owned by white folks when we were here, and then now they've been
since
now they're owned.
COVID.
They're owned by I believe Hindis, people that speak Hindi, and Hindus, and the two of them that have been bought, they painted one. First, they painted the one safety yellow.
Yep.
Fucking stands out like a sore fucking thumb. Then when orange. They went with orange.
Orange
The
was
orange,
the
safety
first one.
orange.
Yeah,
and we're
then-
like, fuck me, that was god awful. And we finally got used to that shit. It was like orange with yellow trim or some shit. And then what they did was they fucking repainted the second one when they bought the second one. And now it's common ownership
Right.
because they painted that motherfucker safety yellow
Right. Yellow.
with orange trim. And they knock the shit down. They take out most of the offerings. Oh, and Subway left, and they went across the street.
Right.
But I stopped shopping for them over there.
Right.
When I go in there and they're like, it says no EBT anymore. Like I couldn't get my subs toasted because all of a sudden that made it a hot meal and it
Right,
was
right,
EBT.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
fuck me. It was just a toaster oven for 2 seconds, But anyway, so yeah, I said, but then Megan Rapinoe. They had Megan
Oh,
Rapinoe.
yeah.
Remember Megan Rapinoe?
It's been about that long
Yeah.
since we've been there.
Yeah. So, I'm the kind of guy that likes to make social change. I like to make my opinions known. So when it was full and there was a line of 4 or 5 people at the Subway in the Toots, I marched in there,
Oh,
said,
boy.
excuse me. I would like to let you know that I will never shop here again. First of all, because you have Megan Rapinoe as your thing. And I kind of went, a few weeks back when you started doing that. But now, no EBT. You know what? You guys can just all kiss my ass. Have a nice day. Or something like that. I don't think I swore. I think I was trying to be nice, but just
Yeah.
very bold and straightforward. And I left. And I've never been back since. Right?
Yep.
And I don't go to Dunkin' Donuts anymore because them bitches are all woke now.
I know.
I can't eat any more Boston cream donuts. I know,
love
man.
Dunkin'.
But I'm healthy anyway. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So what are we looking at here?
What's that?
Oh.
Okay, so this is a thread of some Grok. Grok has a 2.0 beta out
Yep.
now, and so it's doing AI and AI video. And
That's AI animation, right? Video
Yep.
right there. You can
Yep.
just barely tell. It's pretty
Pretty
close.
good. So you can see what he typed in there to get that. Oh, did you? No. Okay, go to the next one.
The next one.
In the thread. No. Go back up. Okay, in the thread. Okay, scroll down. No, it's over there. Why is it over there?
Oh, over here? I don't know why it.
And it's not on the
It's
screen.
strange.
Now. It's not on the screen.
Okay. Holy shit.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
I
All
know
right.
it's good. That's what
Woo!
she said.
Yeah, she looks derpy. Derpy. I like that word.
Okay.
Oh my
A terror clown partying hard at a tropical party in a luxury yacht.
Yacht.
Oh,
Yacht. What's a yacht?
it says yacht, bitch. It does.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
Okay.
All right, so it figures it out. The AI figured it out. It figured it out that yacht was actually yacht. Yacht.
A big yacht.
Yacht. Is that the way you spell it? Yacht.
Yeah.
I have to go
No, I
out to
think
my
it's
yacht.
I think it's YACHT.
Yes. And he spelled it YATCH,
Yes.
like snap. Moving right along, a blonde elf woman as a World of Warcraft character wearing USA armor MMORPG mobile screenshot, Toxic Desert Village in the background, purple sky, cartoonish, low poly quality. See, the way these people drive these
I know. That's why I
AIs,
thought this was
the words.
interesting.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't really see the USA Armor. But she certainly is perky, isn't she? All right, a black afro geisha wearing headphones. Pink smoke background. Stock photo. Oh, wow. Colorized Japanese house in the background. That's fucking outstanding.
Isn't it? Grok is awesome. It's really
Yeah,
really
it
cool.
is. And you know what? This AI, okay, all these people, like, who were the people that harassed us about fucking images because we took their images, Getty images, and they threatened to fucking take my house and sue me for $2,000 for using a fucking picture of a little blonde child eating a fucking strawberry?
Oh yeah, right. Oh my god.
Okay? Gave me a fucking hard time, called me out of a presentation when I'm trying to make money, and they're like, you really need to pay us for this thing. You use this fucking image. And I'm like, how much sweat is it off of your...
Okay.
Moving on along.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't have to go through all these if you
All
don't
right, but
want,
they're cool looking.
Yeah, they are. I love AI art. It's really neat.
Yeah. Okay. So a panda in front of a pink
Bye,
vaginal looking
Prin.
Stargate. Okay. Wow. Very large bunny rabbit.
Say bye.
Ooh,
to,
that's creepy.
say bye to Prin.
Bye, Prin.
Have a good day.
Have a nice day. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. All right. Yeah, this shit is good, man. This shit is good. I can use this and populate, I mean, literally, any article I could think to create, I could populate with my own free images. And this is great. This is great shit. Oh. Monochrome red noir film still. Very nice. If you use cinematic language, it even interprets it. That is sweet. Yeah, Colton, maybe, possibly. I already have a 6-acre tract
just
all
wrote all
split
that.
off. Oh, did you? All right, well, go ahead and
No, go ahead.
for posterity.
No,
oh,
you-
the aliens are here.
Oh, neat. Oh my god.
Well, you know, somebody asked me the other day, why are the fucking aliens always naked? Well, there you are.
Not always.
They're not.
The one on the left is naked, and
They're not always. Besides, you know, when your coworker at work, they're clothed, right? You don't know they're not an alien. You know all that, right? Already, don't you? Of course you do. All right. That's cool.
Ooh.
You know
First
what?
person point of view. That's interesting.
Yes. I like the POV stuff. I want to remember that. I want to bookmark this post because I want
It's
to go
already
through
bookmarked.
it. Okay, I want to go. Oh, yes, of course it is, my love. Thanks for correcting me.
Oh, I did.
Appreciate that really so much.
You need it.
Yeah, I mean this shit is really cool. What I'd like to know is can you base it based on a picture of yourself? If you upload a photo of yourself, that can recognize your face and then take that interpretation of who you are. This is Tim Bodner that digitized me.
Right, you are a
And
cat.
then make me into these things. Well, that would be the bitch and bomb.
Well, that's what we were trying to do when I did the cat.
That would be
Last
be
night.
wicked rad.
The cat.
Being a mana and all. I'm sorry, what? The cat? Yeah, it made me a cat. Why did it fucking make me a cat? I didn't want to be a pussy. What about me? What about anybody out there fucking thinks of me as pussy?
It was a cute cat.
Well, it was a cute pussy. That's fine, but
Oh my god.
I just really wanted to say pussy.
It's
You know that. You guys out there that are 14 years old inside, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about
move
right
on.
there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. 14 forever.
Oh my god.
Wake the hell up, people.
Lord.
All right.
Okay.
That's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I sort of feel in the morning sometimes. Wow, okay. No, not like this person, like this, like I'm down here.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, down
Oh,
here.
and there's something.
And this is
coming to
bearing
get
down
you?
on me to
Oh.
get me. Yes.
That's
yes.
awful.
Yes, okay. So anyway, that was fun.
All right.
That was fun.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Is that Elon Musk? Talking to a raccoon.
Oh yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, back out of
Rocket.
this now.
Rocket.
Oh,
Back
it's
out.
Rocket
Back
from
out. Back
there.
out. I'm backing out.
Okay, now scroll down.
That's what
What's
that's
the
what she
next
said.
one? Oh, go. Why are you back at the top? Okay, keep going.
I don't know. It put me up top, love.
Okay, wait. No,
Put
you went
me up
too-
there, love.
You went too far.
All right, so we saw that.
Yep.
So Tim Pool says, holy shit. Why do we care about what he says? Oh, Kim.com to be extradited from New Zealand to U.S. Who is that?
Kim,
What is that?
Kim.com. I don't. Does anyone in the chat know? This guy is like a legend. He's got like 1 million to 2 million followers.
Was he Oriental?
He's a big guy. No, he's
The fat
white.
Oriental?
No.
Well, why is he named Kim?
It's his name is Kim.com. No, I don't know. I knew a man named Kim before.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of fruity. It's like being
Okay.
named Pat or Chris. No, Chris is fine, I guess.
All right, so Kim.com has
Women shouldn't be named Chris.
1.6 million followers. He's an entrepreneur, gamer. Okay, so he got famous from gaming. They want to extradite him.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, don't you think that would have been important information to fucking
Well,
bring to this story over here
No,
right now going on?
I asked the chat the question.
Oh, so now you're going to say this was all intended to engage the chat. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Chuck Gillesto breaking, right?
Wow. No.
Yeah, Harris campaign and Google could now face lawsuit after fake news headline scheme. WDA Radio, a local news station in Fargo, North Dakota, is contemplating legal action after the Kamala Harris campaign allegedly manipulated WDAY headlines, WDAY headlines, to falsely suggest, show more, show me the money.
There we go.
There we go. Where are we at? Allegedly manipulated the headline to falsely suggest support for her in an ad campaign. Ooh, naughty Harris campaign. That is not good. A recent Axios report revealed that the Harris campaign has been altering news headlines and descriptions in Google search ads to give the impression that prominent news outlets are endorsing her. And yes, didn't you say that? Apparently, Google gave permission. They've got direct access to go,
Edit headlines and stuff.
and fix them.
Yeah, so they're
directly. They don't even have to go to somebody at Google and go, hey, Ola, can you please change this headline for me? This is Kamala. No. They just fix it on their own. Unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable. Yep, file more lawsuits, man. Lawfare, love fair. Absolutely. All right, so what does Andy Ngo have to say? Actually, it's Andy No. It's an Oriental pronunciation.
Yeah, Antifa.
The G is silent.
Good no.
Yes. So Andy is one of our favorite homosexuals. We like him because he exposes Antifa. Antifa or Antifa?
Antifa.
I don't know it just depends on how you want to say it. I mix it up. I change it around. I get bored sometimes. I play
Fag.
with words. Antifa.
Fag.
Antifa. It's Antifa.
The fags.
Antifascists.
The faggots.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the video by the assault victim showing violent Portland Antifa member John Hacker punching him in the ground outside Clackamas County Courthouse after Alyssa Azar's conviction. Oh, man, these people...
No way I could have done that,
Awful.
you fucking hack. Have a good day. Oh, bitch. Don't fucking touch me. What the fuck? Don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, hey, that was enough.
Don't fucking touch me. No way I could have done that, you fucking hack.
See, now here it comes. Okay? And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to turn the other cheek, boys and girls. Which is probably why I ain't out in the field. You see what I'm saying? Look at these fucking people. Look at this face.
Oh my god. That's awful.
Is this person burned or is this person a demon or what the fuck are we looking at?
I don't know, Tim.
Wow. That kind of creeps me out. Doesn't it creep you out? That's weird, man.
Totally.
Ooh.
Okay.
Violent Portland anti-fa activist John Agger, man, beat a man. These people. Okay. Farm Boys for Walls. Oh, my Lord. What is this? What is this?
That's not a farm boy.
What is this?
So is that their idea of what a farm boy looks like?
Oh, my God. Oh, my
Or a
God.
country boy, I mean.
And this goes next to the definition in the Urban Dictionary of beta.
Yeah.
Beta.
He's a beta.
He's a beta. We need a button. We need a beta button. Don't we need a beta button? He's a beta.
Yeah. Jesse.
He's a biatch.
Jesse Lee Peterson, remember?
Jesse Lee
He's a
Peterson.
beta.
Yep. He's a beta.
Okay, what's this?
All right.
Oh.
Watch. Tim Walz wants to be vice president, but he doesn't belong anywhere near the office of commander-in-chief. No, he doesn't. Yes, that's right. He's just that far away from being president, too. Nobody thinks about that, right? Stolen valor. Douchebag. Oh, and then next we're going to get to see, you're going to love this. I know you're going to probably throw up in your mouth a little bit, but
Tim Walz wants to be a heartbeat away from commander-in-chief, but Tim Walz has lied about his
nice voice. Really like it. Into that sound, man.
military record for years.
He's used the rank that he never achieved in order to advance his political career.
Walz lied repeatedly about his rank.
Retired Command Sergeant Major.
Retired Command Sergeant Major.
Command Sergeant Major. Retired Command Sergeant Major.
Walz lied about being in combat.
Can make sure that those weapons of war that I carried in war,
Walz dodged deployment by retiring when he knew his National Guard unit was going to Iraq.
Everybody knew they were going to train and go to Iraq. The warning order basically stated it, and 2 months later, after he knew it, that's when he retired.
Walz disparaged Minnesota National Guard soldiers.
Mayor said I request the National Guard. We're going to have massively trained troops. No, you're going to have 19-year-olds who are cooks.
That same Minnesota National Guard that he disparaged, unlike Walz, served heroically in Iraq and Afghanistan. Tim Walz is not fit to be anywhere near the office of Commander-in-Chief. Tim Walz is guilty of stolen valor.
He abandoned us, what the hell kind of leader does that?
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. Colton says he probably puts ketchup on his fish. That was a good one. Very good. All right, let's watch this. Oh, Lord. As if this bitch isn't ugly enough.
Oh, boy.
She isn't butt fucking ugly. Yes, I'm saying it. She is big fucking ugly. Her features are too fucking big. Everything's too big about her. Okay, she's a fucking diversity hire. She's stupid. And then we've got to fucking shave our heads. Oh, no, right? If we really want to fuck with people. Look, man, women with no fucking hair is weird. Okay, when you have cancer, it sucks. You lose all your hair. It's very rough for women. It's kind of like getting your breasts cut off. Women look better with hair. Mm-hmm. So this fucking shaving off their head shit, this Wakanda action she's got fucking going on, okay, really fucking gets under my skin. Okay, it just really riles me the wrong way. But no, all that shit, that's not fucking enough. No, we gotta go total fucking fisheye with our phone. To make our butt fucking ugly features really even weirder. To freak us all out.
All right, stop.
Bald weirdo.
Oh, my God.
What is wrong with this man? He literally blew his whole campaign in one Twitter Spaces. His campaign staff must be pulling all their hair out. They're going to be bald-headed like me. But not as cute.
But not as cute.
Look at my stupid nails.
What is wrong with this man? He literally blew his whole campaign in one.
What is it, man? Fucking, did she go to the same cackling school as Kamala did? What the fuck? What the fuck? I am so insulted by people like this, okay? Because they don't say shit. They don't say shit because they have nothing to say.
Right.
They are vapid.
What was wrong with Trump's Twitter space?
Okay, there was nothing wrong with it. But they're the same one who tells you it's not about the policies. This is a vibe election.
Right.
Yeah? You want this fucking vibe? You want this fucking vibe? Man, I can't take much more of this vibe.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, man. All right, what do we got here? What do we got going on here?
Okay, this is the last subject that we're going to be on. So,
no. Okay, so this is what I woke up to, right? Yeah.
This was kind of fun.
Yeah. I'm glad I bring a chuckle to you this morning, bud. Yeah, okay, let's watch this. Because apparently the Democrats are having a little problem with their far left anti-Semitic voting-based party problem thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And so there's like some serious protesting going on.
Yeah.
And
Apparently we gave another $40 billion to Israel yesterday, I think, in weapons or something like that.
Oh, God.
So they're protesting. The far, far, far left is protesting the communists.
Right. That's where we're at, guys. Yeah. Right. The far left is protesting the communists. So, and I think this is worthy. Well, first of all, it's worthy of this, right? Because we love to see them eat themselves, right? Don't we? It's fun to watch them eat themselves. It's very, very good, right? And and this is breaking news, so I got to do it. I just love my buttons, and I keep practicing. Practice makes perfect, right? So, gonna get our timing down. So let's watch this. This is really crazy. Now, they didn't break into the actual event, the rally.
No, this was an after rally dinner
at a restaurant or something.
Yeah, with donors and stuff.
And so at first, apparently, they started with something like a noise campaign outside.
Yeah.
You know, the all that kind of shit. You know, and the playing buckets and all that kind of screaming and yelling and air horns and all that. But then it kind of moved inside. So let's just watch. Turn that down a little bit. A lot of shrieking banshees. Do you hear the banshees?
Yeah.
The sound of the banshee. A wild creature. The banshee's shriek has been known to shatter eardrums. Much like the call of the siren, it is deadly. Not want to be a cop right now, right? Not want to be a cop. Man, what's with the red light, man? He's fucking got a laser on his head? What the hell is that shit? No, you know what? You said, Northern Dissenter said they will destroy themselves, and I tend to agree with that sentiment, absolutely. That's exactly what's happening now, and one of the things that Unquire and I are talking about, and we talked about more heavily actually in the unrecorded the talk that we had when we just clicked immediately, and you know he's talking about the biblical strategy that Jesus uses, that we should be studying the Gospels. Now, understand that this man came from atheism and now is a cultural Christian and is moving, in my opinion, very, very, very close to the throne of God now. And he's my friend, and so he's going to get there. I'm going to make sure he's going to get there in due time. So, But absolutely, he's gone, through this situation and said that there is a lot to be learned from Jesus, the way he handled things, by the way he did, because we are in this asymmetrical warfare right now. I mean, yes, we have guns and stuff, but going kinetic really doesn't make sense, because when we go and we push back, like for instance in the UK, and I say we, I mean people of conservative ideology, people that are indigenous peoples of a country that are getting forced out or getting, watered down by all this illegal immigration, they go burn down the hotel. Very satisfying. Very satisfying.
Right.
Man, right? Hey, finally doing something. And I get it, but
It's not the smart thing to do.
But it's not necessarily the smart thing to do. And physically going out, if they're going to start arresting us, yeah, we need to start flowing like water. And I really like that, what he says. We need to flow like water. And the other side says the same thing. That's their strategy. You know that. That's an Antifa strategy. You've heard this before in 2020.
Yeah.
Flow like water, okay? The cops come over here, whoop, they pour down this alley, and they go down this way, and blah, 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 all over the place, right? That's just our appointment book. That's my schedule telling me what's coming next.
Yes, you got
in a half an hour, I have a conversation.
Yeah.
See? Man, this has been good for me, this whole schedule thing. And by the way, still sober, still not smoking.
Yep.
And damn near on a marijuana. I'm smoking homegrown now.
Yeah.
Some shit I trimmed off my plants that aren't as big as they should be this year because, well, the weather's been weird. We have not had a lot of hot weather. We only had like 2 or 3 hot ones, and that's been it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like last year. This Maine weather is, it's like, anyway. Been very cool, which is nice, but it's not as good for growing the pot. So, yeah, be water, Bruce Lee. And so, back to the point here is that we need to be figuring out how to, if we get shut down on YouTube, we pop up on X. If we do this, we start learning to talk in code, right? We find our ways around algorithms. We can need to continue to flow despite and around obstacles, right? And that's very, very important because the violence and the force, though it feels good to show up and protest. It felt really good to be at January 6th. It felt really good to rage against a cop in a cop car and face down a vehicle, a 2,500-pound vehicle. Because I wanted them to turn around. They fucking turned around, too. It felt great to experience that rage. But I might be sitting in jail still in the end. You don't know, okay, if they're going to continue to round up all the rest of the bastards that were at J6 if the Kamala Harris administration continues to stay in power. Because they'll run a cleanup operation. They'll come for the rest of us. I believe it's going to happen. So, absolutely. But what back to the whole thing, man, is that we need to take lessons from the Bible and that we need to fight better. And one of the great things was the example that in UK, they put out a false flag that the far right was going to be there. So the Muslims and the cops showed up and they ended up fighting each other.
Right.
Yay! Yay!
That was a good one.
They're eating themselves. Oh, hey, when the gay pride parade crashes with the
Muslim
with
families,
the Muslim pro
the parents,
Hamas, right?
Yeah.
That's great. It's like look at them. They're eating each other because they're theologically inconsistent and they're politically inconsistent, ideologically inconsistent.
Right.
None of their stuff makes sense. Okay, how can you be for abortion and against a death penalty, right? Because we know that. Well, there might, you're against the death penalty because somebody that might be innocent is going to be put to death, right? Mm-hmm. Well, we know the baby's innocent.
Right.
We know that. That's a for sure, for real. Right? I mean, born in sin and still, and the curse and all that stuff still needs Jesus. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, fairly innocent.
Innocent, yeah.
So, Okay, Jeff, we have 102% humidity on top of the temp. But yeah. I don't know what we're going to do, but you know what? I'm taking the pressure off because I realize that God is in charge of this whole thing. And there's only so much I can do in a day. If I make the schedule and I keep hacking at this stuff and nobody wants to buy the house, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
If I get enough money out of it, I mean, I can't go down there with too little money because then I'll have too little bit because there's no money coming in for this. And there's one thing stepping out in faith, but there was what you simply physically can and cannot do. Right? So maybe this thing might be all in preparation, and it might like literally take a year to get there, which kind of takes the pressure off as long as we don't procrastinate till the end. And with our schedule, we don't, right? Because all the projects are moving forward, right? And then maybe we get to enjoy this place one more year and go through one more winter, right? Whatever. It is beautiful up here, you know. And change is freaky and scary and hard. And maybe we spend one more year building the business, and then we'll know. Then we'll know it'll be a financial engine. Maybe by that time they can support us in some way. Confidently enough that we can make a move. Right? Right. And then maybe we'll be just a little bit older, and she'll be a little bit colder, where she wants to move to a warm climate again. Maybe.
Colder?
Oh. Yeah, right? Yeah. All right, so what's this? More.
There's some more.
I can't wait for the DNC guys.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying.
You want to talk about Fonzie, baby.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good time, man. We're gonna do live streaming of the Democratic National Convention, and we're going to find, in particular, we're going to be on civil unrest watch. That's what we're going to be doing.
Yep.
We're going to be watching for this shit. This stuff is fun. More shrieking banshees. Primitive drummers. Clusterfuck comes to mind. Be a good word, right? Clusterfuck. I enjoy enunciating. Oh, did you get your pepper spray in the eye? Should have had that hijab over your face, maybe, eh? These people don't even fucking know what they're chanting. Devoid, divest, from the river to the sea. Which river, which sea? I don't fucking know. That's because you're an asshole. Hey, that even fucking rhymed, man. I could have like a rapping career, maybe. Probably not. Okay. Meanwhile, in England, hijackers. Oh, this is this morning, guys.
Yeah.
If you didn't think England was fucked up enough, wait, check this out.
Hopefully they won't extradite us.
We're hijacking a train.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something. If I were to hijack anything, it would probably be a plane. Because you can fucking theoretically fly a plane kind of anywhere. Or you can figure out where you can go. The train, it has one fucking destination. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This might not be the best fucking plan. But you know what? They're not particularly intelligent, these third worlders. Not highly educated, shall we say.
Right.
Although they are probably educated in the art of rapes, pillages, and plunders.
Right.
And that's what they're doing. They're raping, pillaging, and plundering their way through the UK.
How is that just... Hey, how did you get in there? Hey, let me get in here. You outside! Hey, the man, let's go! We outside!
What is this, like the fucking Riddler? And the Joker and shit in there?
Called wilding.
How is that just...
Nice, huh?
Grand Theft Auto in real life.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Now, yeah. This is nice. This is nice. Tell me that this diversity isn't so cool to have this in your daily life as, you know, just a little something to just shake things up. You know, nice, very nice. Fuck me. All right.
This is some more from last night with Kamala Harris outside.
Okay, so this is the warm up to the actually going into the restaurant or attacking the restaurant.
Yeah.
I just wish for one night, one of these demonstrations, I could just take the cash haul that all these people are making, and I could just get the pot. How much money all these people are paid to be there?
Oh. Yeah,
Like
to
$250
protest.
per
right.
person.
They're doing their job.
I mean, you know,
Yep.
the few thousand people there, that'd be a nice haul for me. That would pay off my car repair. Right?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yep.
There's more. There's a bunch of short ones, and then there's a 5-minute
Kathy
one.
Hochul. Yeah, I love that broad. She's awesome. You suppose she smokes cigars? She's a good governor. She's awesome. Yeah, where's my cigar?
No.
Come
Okay,
on.
let's move on.
Oh, shit. All right.
You-
Well, I was
you
unprepared.
took too long.
I did. My cigar pipe is, I don't know where it is. There it is.
Oh my God.
She's an awesome broad. It's just not the same without the cigar. All right, what are we looking at here? This is later on in the evening. What a waste of fucking resources.
Yeah.
What a waste of city resources. Big old circle jerk. Oh, is this the smoke bomb inside the restaurant, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, they chucked smoke bomb in the fucking restaurant where Kamala Harris and Tim Walz were having dinner.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. I think that's very funny.
Oh my God. You're a wicked man, honey.
Well, again, back to, it's the left eating itself. It's the snake eating its tail.
Right.
Keep eating. You're just going to go and disappear eventually. And so that's the thing, right? This whole Christianity thing.
Right.
We got to be patient. You know this whole thing about hold?
Yeah.
Well, we pretty much need to hold because they really, really, really are going to, most of them, kill themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are going to set the swamp on fire while they're running across it, and a lot of them are going to burn. And then we are going to pick up the pikes, and they're going to fall on them. But we can't run at them with the spears.
No, we can't.
We can't throw oil on them. We have to trick them. We have to trap them.
Oh.
You see? Yeah. And we have to do it in ways that don't appear violent because they will use all those things to go, we must stop this. We need to go more authoritarian. I mean, just look. They're already the way they're coming against misinformation, disinformation, all this kind of stuff. And you know it's only a matter of time we grow. They're going to start trying to want to put a cap on this damn program.
Yep.
Because it's going to start to become effective enough. And it's going to, And so
look at what England's doing.
Right.
I mean, they're
jailing
arresting
people that are speaking
out against the migrant invasion over there.
Yep.
And then even saying that they were going to come to America and extradite people.
Yeah, awful. But what we need to do is fight this asymmetrically, right? So we're not the ones that wind up in jail, and that we don't wind up in jail outside of jail. Because look, during COVID, you were in a jail. You were locked in your fucking house, and Tim Walz was having roving bands of cops open fire on you, screaming at you, light them up, and shooting you with paintballs, which do, without glasses on, can take your eye out, literally, okay? Replace your eyeball and squish it into your head, okay? Or it'll leave big bruises, or it could startle someone, scare somebody, or somebody could run for the door and break their leg or fall through their door. There's a whole shitload of crap can happen.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, awful shit. Did I play this? I still haven't played this. They're such good percussionists. They're like children. You know when the kids that sat on the kitchen floor banging the pots and pans and shit and the Tupperware? This is it. And the funny part is probably a lot of them fucking had a music as part of their education. They probably took music courses and shit to graduate liberal arts.
Yes.
And this is still what they come up with.
So
Okay,
bad.
at least Portland during 2020 had that
they
trumpeting
had some
guy.
rhythm, and the buckets.
Yeah, the bucket guy.
And the trumpet.
And the trumpet guy.
Trumpet guy was pretty talented.
Yeah. And then they had the midget cripple in the wheelchair. What was Mini-Me?
No.
Whatever. What do they call him?
Mini Tifa.
Mini Tifa. Mini Tifa.
Oh my god.
Mini Tifa. Oh my god. Mini Tifa was funny. And boy, he was just all the time, man. They try to arrest him and then they let him go because they're like, well, fuck, how are we going to put him in the car? And then how are we going to move his wheelchair? And shit, dump it back in the fucking wheelchair. Let him go. They just had no idea what to do with that fucking guy, man. All right, well, what are we looking at here? Oh, okay, carrying people. Oh, look, people holding hands. I just love to see young love, wearing their masks, standing together. Oh, isn't this great to be in violence and protesting together, you my love. And of course, did you notice? Look who's standing in the front. And look who's walking behind. Come on, darling. Come to the protest with me.
Oh my
Take
God.
your little shriveled up dick and balls and just follow me, and I'll feed you some soy when we get home. Come on. Right? Seriously, man. These fucking, all you see at these protests is beta fucking males, okay, and feminine fucking energy. And feminine energy is fucking chaos, right? Yeah, we're watching a movie. Absolutely, man. This shit is insane. Come on, honey. Come on. It'll be okay. Wow. Yeah, this shit is just crazy. And then, like I said, there's the grassroots stuff. There is grassroots stuff there. Okay, I mean, there are people that are fooled by it and believe that it's really a grassroots movement when it's all highly organized, and there's a few people that are, central to the making all this happen. But yeah, man, wow, it's just like they can only accomplish this by overthrowing the patriarchy in their system, and to be able to lead these dickless males. Oh Lord, what is this? Protesters inside the DNC fundraiser event disrupting Mayor Adams and other politicians tonight, calling for justice in Palestine, as if they give a flying fuck about Palestine, right? I just really don't buy it.
Who?
Okay?
The protesters?
These protesters.
Well,
in general, I just don't fucking believe it. Okay? I really don't give a fuck. I don't think that they lay down at night. I probably think more and probably pray more about the suffering in the Middle East than these motherfuckers do. Okay? And I'm, I'm not a Zionist, but, I'm the jury's out on whether they should be there or not. But you know what? Biblical prophecy says that the end times will come when war is waged against Israel. And so Israel had to be back.
Right.
And so somebody put it there in 1948. Right. And boy, they don't like it. But you know what? Fucking get over it. But they can't get over it because they're warlike.
Right.
Okay? And the Palestinians, yeah, okay, it's awful. But they're inbred like a motherfucker. They voted in Hamas, okay? And they dig up all their fucking water pipes and they turn them into rockets and they take all the money that they've ever had. And they don't build schools. They don't do all this shit except this certain place on the beaches, on the shores where they have nice hotels where all the Hamas leadership has all their weddings and have all their dances. And then most of them, the other ones are in Qatar, the high ones.
Right.
Okay? And so what you've got this bunch of fucking retarded monkeys, okay, that were made that way and brainwashed that way. And I'm saying monkeys into people that, like monkeys humping a football, your dad used to say when you had people that didn't know what they were doing working on something.
Yeah.
Okay? Savage people, okay? And I'm not saying that black people are monkeys, but go back to 2020. How many cop cars did we see black people jumping up and down on top of cop cars? Okay? And it's like, wow, gee whiz, kind of looks like apish. Okay? So quit doing that. Be civilized. And you know what? I don't care if a white person or a Hispanic person jumps up and down like an ape. They look like an ape. But especially if you've got a thing about going, man, we don't want to be associated with people that are lower on the scale of evolution, maybe perhaps we shouldn't act like it. But again, the victim, and this is why I want to talk to a black person about this. I'm dying to talk about these issues. Is to say that they've been held in a situation where they're undereducated, their families have been forced apart, so there's no dads in the home, And this ghetto is one created by the Democrats, otherwise known as the Democrat Modern Plantation. It's the replacement for the Democratic Plantation of the South, right? And so that's all it is, right? And I just don't buy. I think that most of this stuff is manufactured. I think that this is most of this is virtue signaling. This is the shit.
Paid people.
And paid people. This is godless fucking people, okay, that are going, if I do enough brownie points, okay, I'm going to go to heaven if there is one, just in case there is one. I'm going to do enough fucking brownie points. And they're useful idiots. Oh, enough. I'm awfully ranty today, love. All right, you're all stupid. Okay, so, and this is why we cannot have feminine energy dominate anything. Okay, in general, and I know I'm going to get shit for this, I don't care. In general, women don't run things well except for nurseries and children and cooking, and they're good at a lot of different things. And there are the exceptions on the margins that can be CEOs and CFOs and all that great shit. I don't know why they'd want to be, but if that's the way you're wired, and there are ones on the margin that can be a better Secret Service agent because they're like as big as Conan the fucking Barbarian, maybe. Okay, they're sturdy and they're big and they're fast and they're not scared. I'm not saying those people don't exist, but in general, okay, they don't. You know, there are mostly stereotypical women and have been and stereotypical men. And I think that things that are, here's the thing. Kamala Harris is the head of the damn Democratic ticket.
Yeah.
A woman. And we have a female spokesperson. And we have lots of females we had a female Secret Service chief. And look at how all of this is going.
And we have Buttigieg as transportation secretary.
There's a lot of feminine energy. Hey, look, if you're a fag, that doesn't matter. You're just your feminine energy. Okay, that's what homosexuals are. They burn in lust for each other rather than for women, okay? And they swish. Why do they swish? Why do homosexuals swish? Right. Right? Why is that? Because one is always femmy, right? And there's a top and a bottom. Oh, why is that? That's an echo. You notice when there's a top and a bottom in a homosexual relationship, why is that? Because they're replicating male-female roles. Why? Because they're good and they're right. Oh, saucy.
All right, I'm done.
Are you? Did I? What?
I need more oil.
Okay, so you got to make some. All right.
I got to take some.
Yeah, take some, make some. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, we're coming up on 10 to 10 anyway. So let me go back to morning screen A and wrap this thing up, right? I think also when I tend to get this intense about things, my wife gets a little bit like, okay, all right, lighten up a little bit, right? Am I sensing that energy coming and rolling off you there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did the whole racist, sexist, and homophobic thing.
Okay, thank you. What, are you going to join the Democratic Party next?
No.
Calling me all those things? No, I just want to start addressing things in the light of day, really in a longer form to say, where you can't cut out 3 words or a snippet or a sentence out of what I say and call me a racist. Okay? You have to have long-form conversations. We have to start talking about this. And that's why I'm so excited about the Truth Slinger project.
Right.
And so I really need to, when I'm going to post the link, if anybody wants to come on my show and talk about stuff, right, definitely you need to come on my show, especially if you were a Mainer, because we're going to lean heavy into this Maine focus, local focus.
Yep.
And I'm going to see where that goes. And I'm going to really start to get to know and interview politicians. And I'm going to learn a lot about Maine that I did not know. And funny, it might ironically, paradoxically be on the tail end of me being here. But again, we're not quite sure.
Right.
And to tell you the truth, today it's kind of refreshing to be in that position.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah. Like this,
emotionally speaking.
I feel a little hopeful.
Well, for me, for me, I have finally just said the pressure is totally off. It's up to God. We're going to still, I think, head toward Florida, still move toward that direction and see how things go.
Right.
And if it happens before winter, great. If it doesn't, great. And if we can just not sell the tractor, I think I'll be good. I mean, then. But again, even if we have to sell the tractor, we can get somebody to plow out the driveway if we really, really need it. We have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, and snow is weird up here. Sometimes you get a lot, and sometimes you get not so much. You never know what the winter's going to be like. So we might just go with getting as much gas as we can when we can, buy a few more gas cans, and be able to stay in for 2 weeks at a time.
That'd be nice.
Right? So who knows? But what I'm glad is that I'm finally really living in a space for the first time where I'm guided by faith rather than by sight. And I'm spending time and energy doing things like investing in relationships when I really should be maybe going and figuring out how to read another book and make some money or whatever, but I don't know. I'm doing things because I sort of gave it to God, and God seems to be, at least in this direction, guiding my conversations. And so then they by de facto, they must be important. So I'm going to continue to do that until God tells me to do otherwise. And so we've had delightful people on, so keep watching. And by the way, I'm interviewing so many people that I'm going to have to be releasing 2 to 3 a day. And I think I'm only going to have about a 24-hour delay in publishing it because I realize that more people are going to want to come on. More content is going to grow. It's like, why am I saving these things? I'm going to get buried, and then sooner or later I'm going to have trouble getting these things out, and people are going to be disappointed. They're like, hey, where's my interview? So you know what? I'm going to do them. I'm going to whip them up there pretty much almost as fast as I can. Spread them out a little bit, morning, evening, morning, afternoon, evening.
Then it's going to be fun because everyone has a thing, a thing that they like to talk about or they like to dig into. And, so then we could have, depending on what's going on in the news.
Yeah,
we might
Friday,
have subject matter people.
Friday, I'm going to be interviewing a Freemason. I don't know shit about Freemasonry. It's going to be an awesome interview. I'm just going to ask some questions, and I'm going to let him tell me all sorts of crap about Washington and Freemasons and how involved it is in our government versus Christianity and all this. It's going to be a fascinating conversation. But he's a big patriot, too. And so we definitely have that in common, most of us. So listen, I'm going to go make another cup of coffee. I got about 5 minutes before I got to make a phone call and start using my voice yet once again to continue to move forward the Truth Slinger project. And again, please make sure that you do all that stuff that bell tells you to do down there. This one too, right? And spread the message. And again, if you can financially support us, we love that. We would love your help with that. But just support us any way you can, all the way down to prayer, talking to others, be willing to come on my show, spread the message, find other people to come on my show, people that are interesting, you name it. There's a billion ways to contribute to the Truth Slinger project. So please do that. My name is Tim. I'm the Truth Slinger. That's the hippie chick over there. We the hell out of here.
Bye.
Right? Goodbye. Wow. I'm still, wait.